You wrote a book about Messi, also about Pep, about Barcelona. Is it that we are about to see this season the greatest Barcelona ever? You think so? Or are there any threats for the Luis Enrique project this season, having Tridente up front?
Yeah, the Barcelona have made that, the fact that they've got three amazing forwards, they've taken the style towards that. So for them it's about control, it's about having good players defending, pressure high, a lot of things that you saw on the Guardiola. But for Guardiola it was all about midfielders and about them being the stars of the team plus Messi. Here it's all about the forwards, which makes it really exciting, makes it so exciting. But I just wonder if in the big games, when you have those three who do their offensive thing, when they lose the ball, they may not be ready to recover it in a way that keeps the balance for Barcelona. I'm talking about the top 2 or 3 games of this season. We'll have to see. They did it very well last season, and certainly Neymar is growing to the role. I just feel that under Pep Guardiola, there was, because we didn't expect it, there's a little of romanticism about it. We were told that football was like Porto and the Mourinho, or like Chelsea and the Mourinho, you know, big guys in the midfield and physicality. And then Pep says, no, actually, these guys, they're short, but they can do the job. And then we saw wonderful football. We've seen it with Bayern as well, what he's trying to do. With Luis Enrique, it's all about those three up front. Boom, 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 somebody like hitting you really hard. Boom, boom, boom. It's more than the beautiful game, I think. Still exciting, but I've got a soft spot for what Pep Guardiola did with Barcelona.
I will try to surprise you with something. Do you know where and when Pep Guardiola lost his first game as a Barcelona coach?
Oh, would that be in the qualifiers of the Champions League on his first season in Krakow?
Exactly. 1-0 and then the goal scored by Kleber in 56th minute, I think. Thierry Henry playing good game but wasting a couple of opportunities.
And Messi didn't play because he had gone to the Olympic Games.
Exactly. So that was the day. Actually, I was working as a commentator on the day, and I was, of course, impressed, as always, with Barcelona. But I would never bet 5 pennies on what will happen during the next few seasons. I've read your book about Pep, Another Way of Winning, and I wonder, how did you come inside the head of Pep Guardiola? How do you know him so well?
Well, it's like you would know, it's all about work, asking questions, thinking, a lot of thinking, and eventually putting it down in paper. With Pep, it was I got the proposition to do this book when he was at the beginning of his last season. We didn't know it was his last season, but I wonder if he actually knew it was, because when I approached him, and I thought it was going to be a no, because he didn't do interviews, he didn't allow anybody to do interviews, players weren't talking. It was that year with Jose Mourinho, and so I went to him and said, I'd like to tell the story of what's happened here. And he said, yeah, let's do it. So you think like perhaps he wanted to tell the story, to chronicle those 4 years. So once you start that, then you ask questions, and you ask, and you ask, and you ask. But I remember at the end I said, right, Pep, I mean, I've got it ready. I'm going to send it to the publishers, but I'd like you to read it, or at least to read the beginning of it when I'm trying to get into your head. And it's your head, it's not my head. It's just, I think this is what you think. I said, no. Tell me when it gets published, and I'll go to the shop and buy the book.
Unbelievable.
So that freedom was great as a writer, but it was a risk, because am I getting this right? The timing was good as well, because he then goes on a sabbatical to New York, doesn't talk, and the book spoke for him to such a point that they're still sending the German version to the training ground for him to sign it as if it was his book. And he signs it and sends it back, and he keeps telling me that, you know, I've been signing 20 of your books. It's like, well, thank you.
So you've made a good job.
So it must have been good enough for him to just be happy to be associated with it.